So we've covered fish and amphibians in the animal kingdom, and now we're covering reptiles, birds, and mammals. Okay, so that's the focal point of this unit, along with a lot of our systems. So we're going to focus on mammal system, but mainly ours. So amphibians are similar to reptiles in the fact that they're what? Cold-blooded, which now I'm going to introduce another term. Anybody know what it is? Cold-blooded, another word for it is ectotherms, okay? That means they rely mainly on what? The outside, or their surroundings, or their environment to generate heat. So birds and mammals are endotherms, which means what? Warm-blooded. They generate what? Their own body heat through their cells. Good. I'm going to use these pictures throughout. If you notice, the lizard is an ectotherm, needs environment to generate heat. So you see it's similar to the environment versus us. We can generate our own. All right. Something that reptiles, birds, and mammals have in common is that they are all amniotes. I'm going to elaborate this in a little bit later when I do reproduction, but the embryo is in an amniotic egg with a shell. And if you see this diagram, you see that you have the embryo, and it's surrounded by a yolk sac, like we said, and an amniotic fluid. So have you ever heard of having an amniocentesis? That's when they try to determine genetics of a baby. They extract fluid from this sac, which is kind of dangerous because if it pops, then the baby can be in distress. So reptiles, general characteristics. Help me out. Scaly skin that what? Sheds. And I'm showing you a picture of a turtle too because I know a lot of you question, is it just snakes that shed? No, turtles too. They're cold-blooded, as I mentioned a little while ago. How do they reproduce? Sexually, internally and externally. And most of them have three-chambered hearts. Actually, the crocodile does not, but we are going to just scratch that out, and we're going to consider all reptiles to have three-chambered hearts. Yes? My three orders. Three orders are Crocodilia, Squamata, and Testudines, or Testudines. So no, yes, I had to put that picture in there. I just had to. We've got Kingdom Animalia, Phylum Chordata, Class Reptilia, and three orders in this class, which the names help you. I mean, crocodile, C, T for turtle, yeah, and S for snakes, so that should be easy. This order has large shells with scales, like every other organism in the class Reptilia. Their jaw has what? You guys did a good job of saying that. Ridge. A horn ridge instead of teeth. And you see it right there in that video. Go back. Squamata. It involves two types of organisms. What are they? Snakes and lizards. Lizards have legs. Snakes would be my legless group. And then we've got Crocodilia, which are the largest reptiles. They live mostly in the water, and they breathe through their nostrils for the start of the respiratory system.